Hey YouTube, coming at you with the team, as you see in the title, Double Dragon. And Double Dragon works in this meta because all you need to do is look at the typings that are allowed in the meta and, after a few days here, look at what you are seeing and kind of recognizing how small the counters are to these dragons. So look at the typings. You have normal, grass, electric, poison, ground, flying, bug, and dark. So there's a few things on here, or not on here, I should say, that should jump out as to why dragons would be very, very strong. So one of dragon's weakness, fairy, not on this list. One of dragon's weaknesses, ice, not on this list. One of the potential issues dragons may have is against steel because steel will resist dragon moves, not on this list. So I'm not saying that there's none of these Pokemon there because there's Wigglytuff that's in as a normal typing. There's Togekiss that's in as a flyer. And there's other things that cause you. There's fighters in here. So fighting. I used Double Dark here. I used Guzzlord and Zweilous. Fighter not on this list. There is Pangoro. So it's not 100% safe by any means. I did, when I used this team, run into a Wigglytuff on the switch after I switched into Guzzlord. But that's why I use Guzzlord as a safe swap, because you can at least hit it with Sludge Bomb. So Scizor, Guzzlord, Zweilous, Double Dark Dragon in the back. Scizor as the steel to beat the fairies, if you do see one of those, and ice, if you do see that. So I do try to switch to Guzzlord as fast as I can. There's some matchups that you can just stay in for a bit, and then I try to maybe throw a charge move and then catch on Guzzlord, depending on what it is. So you'll see me play a variety of ways. So this is one where you're probably going to see me play a variety of ways, because this one, you have a Pharaoh, which you will win CMP against. So I will get to the Night Slash first, and then really put pressure on their shields, or as they see here, they let go, which means I could shield and then just take this matchup with these and still then decide if I need to get out of this next matchup here. So we'll see what comes in. An electric Pokemon, I will instant swap there, and they do come in with Diggersby. Diggersby is still kind of tough for Scizor because it has Fire Punch, which it gets to very quickly, and it is double super effective, and it one-shots. It one-shots from full health. So basically needs Guzzlord to do as much damage on this Diggersby as possible. Scizor will be basically a sort of sacrifice for if they have energy coming out, and then it is basically a sweep with Zweilous resisting the water and the electric. So getting to another brutal swing here. They're letting this go. They're going to try to shield their Lanturn, which is obviously not going to work when I have a dragon in the back. So they instant swap here. I will instantly meet them with my dragon. They have two shields and their Diggersby is super low. So I am likely to, I would say, bait, because they're going to have to shield up everything. Yeah, and that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing me kind of farm a little bit and say, like, how much is this Dragon Breath doing? They kind of have to shield. If they don't, which they did not there, it's okay, because now it is just truly Dragon Breath Body Slam anyways. So yes, that would have helped if that landed, but I don't think I need it to win this matchup. Here comes a second resisted Surf. So here comes Body Slam. They do catch on the Diggersby, so nice catch. How much health do I have left? Not enough, so I'm going to instant swap. And that catch makes this a little closer than I think it needs to be. But I will get to two Night Slashes here. One to grab the shield, and the next one to take it out, because those Dragon Breaths did add up. Never bait. There's certain times that I do bait that I just feel like my opponent should shield. I honestly thought they would probably shield two shield with a Pokemon that has, the other Pokemon has no health left, so I thought they would. I stayed in for 1 second here to see, is this, if there's a fire Pokemon, specifically Charizard, is it a Dragon Breath or is it an Ember? If it's a Dragon Breath, I can actually stay in and get a little bit of energy before I bail into my Dragon in the back. If it's a fire, it's instant swap. So as a fire, it's an instant swap. Came in with Guzzlord just to get hit with an Abomasnow, which is obviously very, very bad. There's one of the, gets in as a grass, secondary typing. I do grab a shield and take this to the yellow, so that is not bad at all. Burning my switch clock a little bit because I'm worried that if I come in too quick, then the Charizard may just kind of lock me in there. They instant swap, half try to snipe me, half maybe reading that I'm double weak in the back to Abomasnow, which I am. Problem with Charizard here with the Ember is these moves come very, very quick. It's only like 4 Embers to an Air Cutter sort of thing. And the attack boost, I don't know what the attack, I think it is like pretty high. I think it's like 30% or something like that. Man, it seems like every time I'm against a Charizard or I'm against a Corviknight, it seems like this Air Cutter just boosts constantly. And there it is again. So they get 2 boosts on the Air Cutter, which means I'm just going to try and take this out ASAP because I do not want to take another move here. And it is a Credilli in the back. So they kind of catch-ish. Half is I'm not worried about throwing a move there because that move is super effective and just boosts, not super effective. It boosts my attack. And Bullet Punch is super effective against the Credilli, and I still get to move to win anyways. Corviknight. This one's tough, right? Because I mentioned Steel. Steel's not in this meta because it's not one of the main typings. It is if it's a secondary, and Dragon is resisted by Steel. And I also have a Steel move on Scizor. So kind of the worst case scenario here. In this matchup, I was assuming Acid, so that's why I didn't throw before Rock Tomb. Had I known they would get this Rock Tomb off, I definitely would have thrown before to not have my attack lowered. I did not notice it was Bullet Seed, but that is unfortunately what it is, which means that their moves are coming quicker. On the Guzzlord, you will see that I throw Sledge Bomb sometimes, and it is the better move. Okay, it's a better damage move. So Brutal Swing is a very quick move, very spammy move, and you get same type attack bonus on it. But it is only 35 for 66 for 1.89 damage per energy. Sledge Bomb is way more energy, 50, but it does do more damage, 80 for 1.6. So you will see sometimes that if I'm only going to get 1 move off, or sometimes when I'm just like I maybe get 2 moves off, but one of them could be Sledge Bomb. I'm going for Sledge Bomb pretty often, especially against the Credilli, before they lower my attack sort of thing. Anyways, so this matchup, I am pretty low. Looks like I'm going to let it go down and try and 2-shield Scizor through here. Oh, look, an attack boost on the Air Cutter. So need to try and get this out. Oh, look, a second attack boost on the Air Cutter. I swear, this thing boosts way too much. Maybe they're going to nerf it. Maybe they'll nerf the percentage that it can boost. It's an otherwise bad move, so you kind of need to keep it a chance to boost, but man, it just seems like it boosts so damn often. Unfortunately for me, I burned both dragons that resist electric, and now I have a Bullet Punch user that is resisted by electric. I do boost, but this thing spams like crazy, and it's going to take too many moves to take out, so I will go down here. Scizor Mirror Match. See, this is one that I'm probably going to stay and see who wins CMP on. Because Dragon Tail and stuff are resisted in the back. I do go Night Slash. It looks like I do win CMP here. And they do shield. And I get the attack. Oh, I remember this matchup. I don't know what they were thinking. So I get the attack boost. And they decide to, instead of just like throwing a move or taking me out, or like coming into something that really punishes me, they decide to come in with Dunsparce. Well, damage is done. I took the Dunsparce down to deep red, and I've already grabbed a shield on the first Scizor there that had to shield up my Night Slash. So I have a shield, and I've already taken out one of their Pokemon. And the other Pokemon's at like, what, half already? Maybe somewhere between 60 and 50%. And now I have energy here, so I'm starting to spam. Dragon Breath and Dragon Tail are resisted on the Scizor here, as you can see. So I'm staying in. I'm forcing them to throw. Trailblaze and Night Slash are both resisted. So I'm hoping that with the resisted, that's not going to take me out. And I get to a charge move here. I thought that we CMP'd, but I guess not. They got a full fast move through there. It's not ideal. I do have 2 shields. So even though these moves are resisted, Night Slash and Trailblaze, I have to shield. The Bullet Punches are adding up. They've already boosted their attack once. Do not get the farm down. I can live 1. So I can't burn this one because I think that the, what is it, Altaria? I think the Altaria has a move. So I can't burn a shield because I need to save it for this one. Do land the Dark Pulse, Dragon Breath down, take it out. Diggersby, again, a tough one. It's either I'm going to throw red at 5 or try and catch on 5. We'll see what I decide to do here. Yeah, I tried to catch on the Fire Punch, hoping that they would just throw right away. They do not, so I need to just kind of spam these Brutal Swings, try and burn this clock. They're staying in. They're throwing a... I assume I let this go, even though they clearly don't have an amazing answer, or they would get into it already. Yeah, so they come in with Altaria, which, you know, has got some bulk, so we'll take these Brutal Swings with ease. But decide to shield. Kind of surprised. And now I have a decision to make. You know, we got Diggersby that has Fire Punches. That'll hit double super effective. We have this with a Flamethrower that will hit double super effective on the Scizor. So I have to kind of come in here. And I think I'm going to try and just save 2 shields for Scizor to try and run this. But here comes another move. And so, yeah, we're going to do it too. I hate this. I hate doing this. I mentioned this multiple times. I would not ever recommend this strategy because you don't know like what your opponent has in the back. But I have to try and 2 shield Scizor through this matchup. And they shield, not surprisingly, they're going to have 2 moves here on 2 Fire Punches, which will one-shot. So they're just going to shield and throw both of them here. Oh, looks like I do win CMP before they get the next one off. So that is actually quite big. Unless this doesn't take out, which I don't remember it doesn't. Yeah. I thought this one got 2 off. It does. I get the Night Slash, but it's not enough. Diggersby's got the bulk. Have to burn that second shield. And with it is a Spirit Tomb in the back where that Sucker Punch is adding up. And I don't even know if they need a charge move. They just may be able to Sucker Punch me down before. Yeah. We both tried to like catch snipe. But those Sucker Punches were just adding up too much. Especially, I hate leaving a Pokemon like that to the ending, where you have like, where you're so glassy that fast moves may cause you some problems. This one, I don't know what I'm doing. Honestly, I have 2 Pokemon in the back that resist Sucker Punch. I'm eventually getting out, but not before some energy. There is your Wigglytuff. So double super effective charms coming through. Both Dragon and Dark are weak to it. Sludge Bomb is super effective and take it to the yellow. So we take that. I can take any move. I don't want to, but I can take a move. It is just an Icy Wind. I still got some super effective Bullet Punches. I have a super effective Trailblaze for a Gastrodon that comes in. So I'm just throwing the Night Slash and trying to get out of here. Water Pulse is resisted, but these Body Slams do add up here. Even though I don't think it's a good move. It's not even that it's adding up. The Body Slams add up a ton. It just, when you combine it with the Mud Slaps, just really puts pressure on your Pokemon here. And I'm already super low on the Zweilous and the Scizor, so I just have to double shield here, even though they're just going straight Body Slam. I feel like this thing needs a nerf. I would not be surprised if Mud Slap gets a nerf in the future. It just seems like these Mud Slap users, especially Gastrodon, just seems too powerful. Or like you really need to like, fine, don't nerf Mud Slap, but you really need to really buff Grass and make it usable, because the fact that these Mud Boys can just run around like with freedom is, I think, a hindrance here. So a fire Pokemon, it's a Fletch something. It's the baby version of Talonflame. Second version of Talonflame. Second level, whatever you call it. First evolution, second level, whatever you call it. It's a Firebird Pokemon. So terrible for Scizor. Instant swap it to Guzzlord just to be hit with an Ice-type Pokemon. So bad lead, bad switch. I did grab a shield, and I will have some energy coming out. They're going to get shield back. I got to respect like the Stone Edge or High Horsepower or whatever they have. Yeah, both. This, I don't know how much damage this can take, so I just kind of threw, knowing that the Dragon Breath can add up, and it is luckily a Ferret in the back, which has Sucker Punch, which is resisted. So that is great. Zweilous is going to have a lot of play here. Do land the Dark Pulse. they are throwing a Swift. If I can get to a body slam, I'm going to throw it before, and I can because now I can burn that shield or take it out. I assume they'll let me, they're going to burn the shield because they want to burn the shield right back here. But I think I just let this go. Yeah, I'm not surprised I'm doing this, knowing that they're just in Night Slash range, and I didn't know how much, I knew this thing had some energy, but I know it's a Night Slash range, and I know that even though those fire moves are super effective really quick, I can get to a Night Slash to take this out. And I think Bullet Punch down here. We both take each other out, but I still have a little left on those wireless, so I will win this matchup. Another Charizard. Yeah, lots of fire flying Pokemon for Scizor, but I've got 2 dragons in the back. Again, just checking to see if it's Dragon Breath or if it's Ember. It is Ember, so I'm going to get out. Met with a Credilli. Just going Brutal Swing here to chip. Maybe get a second one off before. No, not quite. They're going to get to the Rock Tomb. So going for another Brutal Swing. Hoping I can get to like a third one before they get off another move. I do get to a third. I think it is not enough to take them out if I remember. And I'm not surprised I'm shielding. I just can't have Scizor on. You can you do this one of 2 ways. You shield to ensure you flip switch, or you let it go and then honestly get ahead on Zweilous energy. Just get a few ahead on Zweilous. Now I'm going to lose. I'll take a move here because this thing's useless for me. And now down shield Zweilous is going to have to sweep, which is a tough order, especially against a Shadow Charizard, which is already at its first Air Cutter. And oh look, a boost. So now that they boosted, this is probably going to take out, so I have to shield again, just for them to boost again. So what's that? We've seen 6 boosts in a row with these Air Cutters. 2 Charizard, 2 Corviknight, 2 Charizard. So 6 straight boosts. What are the odds of that? Probably not as high as it should be happening. So not much you can do when your opponent's just boosting through you. Marowak. So this one I'm staying in a bit, knowing that I'm going to grab a shield, and I think I try and catch on 1 and catch here. I think I do catch successfully if I remember. Not that this catch is like a resisted catch or anything. It's just got to save some health on the Scizor if you're going to try and draw out a fairy here. But it seems like I'm not drawing out fairies. I'm just drawing out Credillis, which kind of just shows you my point of this meta, right? I'm double weak to fighting. I'm double weak to fairy. I'm weak to ice. And I have been hit with 1 wiggly and I've been hit with a couple ice. But for the most part, I'm just being hit with Credillis. So despite having what are quite a few weaknesses here, I am just able to draw out neutral matchups for the most part. So that's not too bad. Marowak comes in. I do get the Night Slash off. Gonna instant swap to Zweilous. Probably gonna have to burn a shield here. These Mud Slaps and Bone Clubs do add up. So I don't really want to take a Bone Club here. Can I farm down? I can, which is nice. We'll have to see what's in the back. It is a Dunsparce. So getting off the first Dark Pulse. I should live a drill run from here. It's the catch I got to watch out for. I assume the Credilli is going to try and catch a move here. And they do, so I came in right away with my Scizor. Those Bullet Punches do take it down to the 1 HP, which means I can get to a Dark Pulse here. And if this doesn't take out, it's like 1 or 2 Dragon Breaths away from being taken out here. Maybe 4. So I do take it out before they get to a move. Diggersby, honestly, Diggersby is just as tough as a the fire type Pokemon because it has Fire Punch. So again, this time I tried to catch on 6, can't quite, and now I'm getting hit with a Corviknight, which is a Steel, which is going to cause this whole team some problems. So it's not like it's safer than it would be in the Open Great League. given the amount of like Toga Kiss and stuff in the Open Great League and Azumarill and stuff. It's still not without its problems. As you can see, I'm kind of evenish. I'm up now. My next team, I don't know what I'm going to show. I think I'm only doing one video a day, so I'm so used to like doing a video and then uploading it the next day, but I think I may be getting ahead on videos here now. So this one may go up on like Saturday or Sunday. Maybe Sunday. Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Wait. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep, Sunday. So let's go up Sunday. I'm going to have one more team tomorrow for sure. It is a team that was pretty strong. It got me up to like 28. I think I was at like 2860-ish before I dropped a couple 2-3s back down a bit. So you'll see that one tomorrow. And then I got to see if there's any events coming up. And then I got to see if we can do one more. And then next week, I think we're back to Great League. So that will be nice to be back to Great League. This one, I think if I remember this one, I just lost track of how much energy this Diggersby had. I thought that I could just like out night slash it, but I think I remembered very quickly when they threw the second fire punch like almost back to back here. Yeah, back to back here, that I'm screwed, that I cannot outpace this thing. So this thing had way more energy than I thought at the time. Had I known that, I probably would have had to shield up the move to try and keep Zweilous alive, because just with the fire punch, it's a one shot on this double weak Scizor. So yeah, honestly, if I can just kind of stay, I'm definitely down. I was at like 2960. If I can just kind of hover in the 2800 range, I'll be fine heading into Great League. Because again, I've got a team that ran me from 2500 to 2960. I'm going to use that ASAP as soon as Great League comes back, and then try to hit Legend with that team. So if I can just kind of hold middle ground in the 2900s here, we'll go from there. That's the plan. Anyways, hope you're having a good weekend. And there's only like 3 weeks left in the season after this, so we're winding it up, or winding down, I guess I should say. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to do this or if I want to just do this at like an ending. Holy smokes. You know, Pokemon Go, you can usually tell the health of the game based on content creators. And the content creators' views per hour is what I always look at just to get an indication of how, like, the health of the game. And there has been, it's been interesting. I can't tell, like, there's some videos that, like, I'm looking at Calamlanto's spider video that seems to be okay. Some of Home Slices are okay, but other Home Slice videos are doing, like, he usually does like in the first 4 hours, he does like 2K per hour. Like, he's usually at like 8K for 4, and he's only at 4 for 4. Yonkis has been struggling, like, for a guy who used to consistently get like 25K. Some of these videos are not even getting 10K now. Like, my videos are not getting anywhere near what they used to. Yeah, like Home Slice is 5.1 over 5 here. And I'm combining that with like Poke Daxi. Poke Daxi still gets some 100K views, and I guess it just depends on the video. But like, his current get 50 platinum medal fast video is 22,000 over 21 hours, which is absolutely brutal for him too. So it's not that each individual video can't do well, and like, still some of Poke Daxi's video gets like if you're playing Pokemon Go in November, 136,000 for 10 days. Like, that's an average for him. But like, even these other videos, 71, 46, 38, 72, 43, 45, like, these are some bad numbers for him. And I've had bad numbers, and a lot of other content creators are maybe lower than they normally are. And I can't tell whether that is a product of it being November or a product of the game just being stale again. Because they always, like, they always onslaught us with like summer events, like the in-person Go Fest and the in-person and like the Global Go Fest and Dragon Community Day in June and stuff. So it's just like an onslaught of stuff. And I felt like this Halloween was not as strong as the past Halloween events. And I guess people are getting bored of GBL, that it's like, yes, the meta changes a bit, but it's like tweaks on the margins. And it's the same, otherwise, leagues and Pokemon over again. And I can't, yeah. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. It's just something, this is why I'm not only subscribed to all the content creators. One, because I want to know just like, what are people covering? Like, what are the Pokemon people are using in other teams? Because if I see the team, I want to know. I want to know what people are using. But also like just to kind of get a view of like where the game is. And it seems like just based on engagement, games are low. Like the interest in the game is lower than where it normally is. Plus, I haven't even talked about all the content creators that have quit over the years, right? So, anyways, let me know your thoughts below if you've noticed anything, either with the content creators you watch or just your interest in the game yourself, or like people in the around. It's not like the game is dead by any means. We definitely have a strong community out here where I live in Ottawa, and even downtown. I when I'm in the office, I play with the same 3 people, but when we call the best, this is the truly the best. I'm gonna say almost bar none, the best feature they have implemented in this game is the picking a time for the raid, and people are fantastic at waiting for the time. So I remember an egg hatched at like 11:23, and basically someone called it for like 11:38, and then a couple people were like, yeah, I'll do 11:38, I'll do 11:38. And then the next thing I knew, there was like 17 people calling for 11:38. So I thought like, oh, if people unhatched, people are just going to get anxious and go. But like, no one's going. And then if someone goes in at like 11:35 and it's the 11:38 call, like no one joins them. Truly, people are like really abiding by the times that they're saying they're coming for. And so even though there's the same 4 that I see, and I guess there's a lot of people just in the office buildings or remoting or whatever, there's still like 18 people per raid during lunchtime hour downtown. So it's kind of it's not like the game's dead. There's still people there, but I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts below. Anyways, that's enough talking. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.